everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be filming a review kind of thing on my thoughts on the first 4 books in the Throne of Glass series. Just in case you don't watch my wrap-ups and you want to know my thoughts, I just thought this video would be good. So yeah, there's not going to be any spoilers in this. I'm not going to give any of the plot away or anything like that, but I will be talking about the characters in each book and what I think of them, but I'm not going to talk like about direct plot lines in the books, if that makes any sense. So let's get into it. The first book I'm going to talk about is Assassin's Blade, which I'm sure she didn't write this book before Throne of Glass, but it just came out. It came out after Throne of Glass, but it's a prequel to the series, and we follow Celaena, who is an assassin's apprentice. This book I gave 4 stars. I enjoyed the short stories and I thought we got a good introduction to Celaena. I loved Celaena and I loved somebody else. This book was like the start of the heartbreak. I was really sad at the end of this book, but yeah, so this book was just like really sad, but it was also great because you got like a good introduction. I think there's like one story in here that I didn't like as much as the others, but the others I gave 5 stars. I loved them, but overall I gave the book 4 stars, and that's it for that book. The next book is Throne of Glass, and for this book I really was going into it with high expectations. I thought, you know, this is going to be a 5-star book. This is the first book in the series, and it did not disappoint me. This book was amazing. I loved it. So in this book we're following Celaena. I can't really say that actually. Yeah, we're still following Celaena, but something's happened, and yeah, I loved Dorian in this book. Dorian was my favourite character, is my favourite character of the whole series, I think. I love Dorian so much, and if anything happens to him I'm gonna be so mad, but I love this book. I loved the competition aspect of the book. I thought that was really great. I'm not gonna lie, I did get like a tiny bit confused when like Elena came into it, but that was all sorted and everything pretty quickly. But yeah, I love this book. I gave this one 5 stars if I hadn't said. This is my favourite book of the whole series up until now. Like, this is the one for me. I loved everything about it. I loved the competition. I loved the love triangle in it. Chaol is not my favourite character, but he's not the worst character. With Chaol I'm just like, meh, he's fine, but I wouldn't be bothered if something happened to him. Actually I think I would, because that'd affect Dorian, but yeah. The third book was Crown of Midnight, and this book, I'm gonna be honest, can't remember what happened except for the really big thing in it. I can remember like the big thing and why that happened and how that happened, and this book made me cry, but I can't remember anything else about this book, which probably because I think I read this book while I was in a reading slump, so I just can't remember anything else about this book. But Chaol became an arsehole and I hated him. I felt Celaena's anger. I hated Chaol so much. Yeah, Chaol became an arsehole in this book and I didn't like him. Dorian, still precious. Love Dorian. He became even better in this book for me because something happened and we love Dorian so much. Anything else? Celaena, I felt so bad for Celaena during this book. Oh, it was heartbreaking watching her go through everything, and yeah, It's really sad. Yeah, that's that one. And we're on to Heir of Fire. Oh, Crown of Midnight I also gave 4 stars, by the way. Now we're on to Heir of Fire, and this is the worst book in the series so far for me. A lot of people said this is the turning point, this is when the series gets good. I already thought the series was good after the first 3. I think this just made it go down, in my opinion. I did like the book, but I just felt it didn't need to be as long as it is. It's like 600 pages. Yeah, like 600 pages nearly, and I feel like a lot of this was unnecessary. I feel like she just kept writing to make the book longer when it could have easily just been, I don't know, like a 400-page book and done. Like, I didn't think it needed the full 600 or however many pages. In this book we were introduced to a few new characters, Manon and Abraxas. I didn't give one about them or their story. If you're a fan of this series, let me know whether, like, because I don't get them, I don't understand what they are. I feel like that might have been because I was like just skipping through their parts because I just was bored through their whole part, so I don't really understand what they are, what their deal is. But yeah, I didn't like that part, and I felt the length was too much. We got introduced to a few new characters, as I said. We got introduced to someone called Rowan, and his character is very hit and miss in this book. Yeah. We also get introduced to a few characters that Selena meets, which is great. For me, the new character that I love with all my heart is Adian. I love Adian so much. Yeah, I feel like this book introduced me to Adian, and I love Adian. Also Dorian. I'm so mad because of what happened in this book, but I have started Queen of Shadows, and it's still heartbreaking, but I'm getting through it, hopefully, if Dorian makes it. But yeah, this was just like not a book for me. I gave this 3 stars or 3.5 stars. It was just a bit of a hiss, a bit of a miss. We went from having all the books be 4 and 5 stars to like a 3-star book. So yeah, Queen of Shadows is not going to be included in this video because that's the end. But there are my thoughts on the first 4 books in the Throne of Glass series. Overall, I don't know what my thoughts are yet. I do like the plot and what's happening, but I feel like a little bit confused at times with Manon and Abraxas. Obviously I don't know what they're about, but yeah, it's one of those series where I'm like, it's not terrible, but the main reason for me keep reading this series is for the characters. If I didn't care about Selena, Dorian, Adian, I probably wouldn't continue reading, but because I still really care about the characters, I'm gonna keep reading it so far anyway. We'll see how I feel after Queen of Shadows, but my plan is to carry on reading it, and then I'll probably do another one of these videos for the last 4 in the series, because after Queen of Shadows I've only got 1 more book left to read. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below if there's anything you want me to know about, like Manon and Abraxas, because loads of people love them. I don't get it, but yeah, maybe you can help me understand them. And yeah, let me know what your favourite book is in this series if you've read it, because I'd be interested to know that. And I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.